Would Zeus have canceled Aphrodite, love, power, and modern scandal? What if the gods of Olympus had access to Twitter? Would Zeus have issued a public statement? Would Aphrodite have trended for the wrong reasons? Imagine the goddess of love caught in a modern scandal. Screenshots, hashtags, a public demanding accountability. Not from a politician or a CEO, but from a deity, from love itself. We like to believe we've evolved, that justice is more just now, that power is held in check by public outcry. But are we rewriting the myths, or just repeating them with better Wi-Fi? Aphrodite wasn't just beauty. She was seduction, influence, raw magnetism. She didn't ask for permission to shine, and that's exactly why she would be loved and hated. Cancel culture is not new. It's ancient. It's human. It's the crowd throwing stones in the digital square. It's echoing what once happened in temples, agora, and royal courts. Would Hera have started a thread exposing Aphrodite's affairs? Would Artemis have called out toxic femininity in a viral TED Talk? Would Athena have posted a 12-part story on how love without wisdom leads to ruin? We see these mythic archetypes alive today, in influencers, in politicians, in pop stars, in us. The digital Olympus we've built, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, is crowded with modern gods. We follow them, worship them, judge them. We scroll through. They're stories like oracles seeking signs. But who gets to decide when a god falls? Is it us, the collective Zeus now? Or have we just traded lightning bolts for likes? When love becomes a brand? When beauty becomes content? When desire becomes monetized? Where does the sacred go? This isn't about defending or condemning. It's about reflecting on power, on influence, on how fast we raise someone and how fast we crush them. Have you ever shared a post calling someone out only to forget their name a week later? We demand perfection from humans who were never designed to be flawless. Even gods in the old myths were deeply flawed. They lied, they fought, they loved recklessly, they paid the price, but they also taught us something through their imperfection. That we are mirrors of the divine, and the divine is a mirror of us. Before I continue, I want to know what you think. If Aphrodite was alive today, an icon of love and desire, do you think she'd survive our timelines? Or be torn apart by them? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Seriously, I want to hear how you judge a goddess in the age of public opinion. Let's go deeper. Aphrodite didn't just embody love. She controlled it, bent hearts and kingdoms to her will. But what happens when influence becomes dangerous? When charisma feels like manipulation? Today, we see echoes of her power in influencers with millions of followers, in viral charm, in perfectly edited reels that make us feel less than. And yet, we keep watching, we keep engaging, because part of us wants to believe in something magical, something beautiful, even if we know it's filtered, even if we know it's curated. So, would canceling Aphrodite really be about justice? Or would it be about jealousy, control, the fear of someone who owns their power without apology? Think about it. We cheer for authenticity, but reward performance. We ask for vulnerability, then mock the ones who give it. It's a trap, and this trap didn't start with TikTok. In the myth, Aphrodite was married to Hephaestus, the god of fire and craftsmanship, but she loved Ares, god of war. Their affair, caught, exposed, mocked by the other gods. Sound familiar? A public scandal, a leak, a meme. The gods laughed at her shame, but the world didn't forget her power. No one unfollowed love. They couldn't. That's the truth buried beneath cancel culture. We cancel what scares us. We cancel what we can't control, but we rarely let go of what we crave. The modern world is obsessed with power, but terrified of where it lives. In beauty, in emotion, in sexuality, in softness. So we either weaponize it or try to destroy it. But what if, instead, we learned, From it, Aphrodite's strength wasn't in pretending to be perfect. It was in owning her flaws without shame. She was messy. She made mistakes. She followed passion, even when it cost her everything. And maybe, just maybe, that's what made her divine. Because real power isn't polished, it's felt. Now imagine Zeus in today's boardroom, the king of Olympus watching his brand take a hit. Would he protect Aphrodite, or would he distance himself? Would he tweet a vague apology and wait for the news cycle to move on? And here's the twist. Maybe the story isn't about canceling her. Maybe it's about whether we are strong enough to hold space for people who shine differently, to let power exist in forms we don't fully understand, to let love be imperfect, to forgive. Before we close this block, I'd love to know, have you ever judged someone for something you didn't fully understand? Have you ever felt the pressure to hide parts of yourself just to be accepted? Let's talk in the comments. Your story matters, and the conversation only exists because you're part of it. Let's imagine the aftermath, Aphrodite in the spotlight. Not because she wants to be, but because a single moment, taken out of context, went viral. Sound familiar? The algorithm doesn't care about nuance. It rewards outrage, punishes complexity, turns gods into memes and real people into headlines. But here's the thing. Aphrodite was never just the goddess of beauty. She was the goddess of connection, of this sensuality, yes, but also of creativity, of the invisible strings that pull people toward each other. She represented the chaos of love, not just the elegance of it. And isn't that what we've lost? Today we crave control, predictability, metrics. We want our heroes to be flawless, our villains to be obvious. But real life isn't like that. Neither are myths. Aphrodite was adored and resented, often in equal measure. She made others feel something, and that made her dangerous, not because she was evil, but because she reminded the gods of their own vulnerability. We do the same thing. We cancel people not always because of what they do, but because of what they reflect back to us, our insecurities, our envy, our contradictions. And Zeus, maybe he wouldn't have canceled Aphrodite, but maybe he would have watched in silence. Let the noise eat her alive. Let the court of public opinion do what Olympus never dared. It's easier that way. Clean hands, safe distance. But here's the catch. The more we suppress the Aphrodites of the world, the more fragmented we become. We lose color, we lose risk, we lose art. Because the truth is, we need love that's bold. We need passion that doesn't apologize. We need people who aren't afraid to shine, even when it blinds. And if we cancel them all, what's left? Just fear, just silence, just safe, empty echoes of what once made us feel alive. So here's a thought. Instead of canceling Aphrodite, what if we listened to her? What if we allowed for contradictions? What if we stopped pretending that people are one thing or the other, good or bad? Because every myth has layers, every person has a shadow, and the only thing stronger than scandal is empathy. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you. You're not just watching, you're thinking. And that's rare, that's powerful. So let's flip the script. Instead of judging from a distance, engage. Leave a comment sharing a moment. You reclaimed your own power, or forgave someone else's flaws, or even forgave your own. And if this story sparked something in you, a question, a memory, a shift, hit that like button and subscribe. Not just for this video, but for more stories that don't fit in headlines, that go deeper, that invite you to think wider. You are part of this myth now. Let's keep rewriting it together.